The New Testament story, Luke chapter 19, verses 1 through 10, of Zacchaeus, a tax collector and therefore an agent of the Roman occupational authority, has a clear message. Jesus considers making amends for what is stolen or embezzled a critical component of salvation. Tax collection by local proxy is a strategy that, since the times of Jesus and probably a long time before, has been used to divide subjugated peoples into a caste system, where some enjoyed the benefits of these systems and others were kept in check. When we think of the wealth of our world, we need not just to think about what it affords to those who control it, but equally important, how it was amassed. Wealth beyond the level that allows a life free from precarity always has been an instrument of power. We are reminded of that right now, every day, in the most obvious, in the most in-your-face way. Wealth has been used to generate conditions for increasing the power that comes with it, and which in turn will increase the wealth of those who possess that power. One of the aspects of those conditions is that they obfuscate the origins of the accumulated wealth. Wealth is accumulated in different ways, morally acceptable ways, and those that we generally associated with this term stealing. Stealing can take many forms, from simply taking something that belongs to someone else to systematically forcing people to work without fair reward, or even for free, against their will. That last condition we call slavery, and it is by no means just a thing of the past. More subtle forms of stealing force people without the power to protect themselves, often those of a minority, to accept bad deals just to survive. Just as outright stealing ends up enriching someone to the detriment of someone else. The transactional nature of much of our lives offers many opportunities for this stealing of the second kind, denying opportunity, keeping intact a societal hierarchy that is based on power of color of one's skin rather than on merit, is an active intervention that also facilitates this second kind of stealing. It may itself be called the stealing of the third kind. The current dismantling of efforts to increase equity and inclusion comes to mind when considering this. So it appears that the first thing needed is to cease stealing before actions of restitution and restoration would be meaningful. But is that really true? Isn't maybe the sense of being overwhelmed by the continuation of unjust practices just a way out from confronting the reality of our moral obligation and to be part of an effort of reparations? In the biblical story, Jesus is not focusing on the just or unjust system of taxation established by the Roman Empire. We may interpret the encounter perhaps as simply helping Zacchaeus to face his deeds, to face the damage that he as an individual has inflicted on others, and to be creative, finding ways of making those whole again who he has stolen from. The story also tells us that there are always possibilities for us to come clean, to confront the injustices that we are part of creating or maintaining, and that it is up to us whether we want to engage those possibilities.